Morning everybody, how are we today? It's raining. See if I could see actually. So yeah, it's raining, liquid sunshine. Does it really matter? The idea, the thing is, not everybody will come out here and do this and actually make this effort. So I headed this up. This is a new series completely now. So this is episode 1 of the Millionaire Mindset. And what does it mean? And I'll tell you in a minute what Millionaire Mindset really means. But I'll talk about this property actually. This property I bought in 2007. I've established probably now that, you know, this is just a numbers game and it works out very, very well if you get your numbers right. So this property I actually bought in 2007. Yeah, appreciated over the years, and you know, I came out with a small profit at the end of it when I sold it last year. But I made a decent amount of rent on it and serviced the debt, and it made well. I could have made a higher return, but I felt at the time it was the right thing to do. Morning, Louise. It was dependent on, it was one of my customers selling their property. They wanted to buy one of the other properties from us, and I needed to make it happen. It wasn't happening for them because the recession was coming. And I felt that, yeah, the numbers make sense for me. So it's a good addition to my portfolio. 3-bedroom, semi-detached in Kirkcaldy. Yeah, it works well. But I do remember on that day, and this is what I talk about, this mindset, because it is really all mindset, about to make it happen or watch it happen. Really, that's what it is. I mean, when you go through life, some people watch it happen. Some people wonder what the heck happened. And some people actually make it happen. So hopefully, you're the one that will want to make it happen. Whether that make it happen is any level you want to achieve. If you just want to lose weight, hey, it is the millionaire mindset. It's that sort of approach to things and how you do things if you want to do that. If you want to learn how to run, it's that mindset. If you want to learn how to do anything, it's that mindset. And that's really what it comes down to. But this is what this journey's taught me. I've continually invested in myself over the years in reading books. Oh my goodness, when I left school, when I was asked to leave school, that's a different story. I'll maybe tell you that story one day. When I left school, I vowed I would never read another book again. That's really what it came down to. I mean, when somebody turned around to me and said, Jim, you've got to read books. Oh, no, you're joking. I just like, I talked to 2 teachers yesterday about this. You've got to read books, and morning. And I thought to myself, I just didn't want to read books at all. But he says, unless you change some things in your life, you'll never change some things in your life. And that comes down to your thinking and the way you are. Morning, Karen. But what do you mean by that? Well, who else about you can teach you how to get to the level you're at if they're not at that level already? So who are you going to learn from? Morning, Anne-Marie. Well, I don't know. And he says, you've got to read this book. And the book just now was The Magic of Thinking Big. It was a fantastic book, a real eye-opener, but it took me a while to actually to get started and get reading it. And then I realised that, yeah, absolutely right. It started to open my mind a bit and open that process and think to myself, wait a minute, this actually makes absolute sense. You would naturally learn from somebody more successful than you in the field that you would want to be in. But if you've got nobody round about you, you'll just learn what these people round about you have learned, and that's as far as you'll get. I mean, if you want to be a dentist, you're going to learn from a dentist, don't you? If you want to learn to be a joiner, look at apprentices. Hello. Look, I've got a wee visitor. Got 2 visitors. So if you want to be a joiner and an apprentice, then you'll go out your way and you'll be an apprentice, and that's how people start. So effectively I became an apprentice in what I was doing. And that's how I started. It was, and I'll post, what I'll do is in this comment, in the comments in here, I'll post you a picture of my bookcase just now. Now it is books like Jim Collins, Good to Great, Built to Last, Tony Robbins, 7 Strategies of Wealth and Happiness, Alan Sugar, Richard Branson, Matt Giggs, Estate Agency, big shout out to Matt, John Paul, Systemising Your Estate Agency, Peter Thomas, one of the most successful franchisees in Century 21 in Canada. These are all the people I learned from. Because I don't purport to know it myself, I go and find out from somebody far more successful than me how they did it by reading their book. Audiobooks has never done it for me, because I know over a period of time, retention of information is through sight, it's through taste, touch, smell, all these things. And holding a book and reading a book give you far more attention than actually just listening to an audiobook. But if you've only got an audiobook option, then, you know, that's it. Make good of what you have, if that makes sense. Unproductive time. So you're driving in your car, rather than listening to the radio, listen to an audiobook. Make you far more successful over the long term. And it programs your mind completely different to learn a bit more about what you do. So this is what I talk about the mindset. I'll watch my time. And what you need to do and how you need to do it. So actually, I'll go back to this property and how I had my mindset. I had to make this happen in that day, and then the bank turned around at the last minute and says, oh, by the way, the funds aren't in place that morning. My goodness. I've stuck my neck out and I've committed to buying this property. This person has to move on that day, and the next person has to move on that day. So I had to make it happen. But I had that right mindset. Most people just say, oh, well, it's going to happen, we'll have to give up. And even the solicitor said, oh, well, it could wait till Monday or Tuesday. No, it can't, because I know there's people dependent on me and what I need to do. And my reputation is everything to me. So the only thing you can give away is your reputation. So guard it well and look after it, because it will stand you in good stead in years to come. So I actually worked towards the whole day, actually working out where I could bring all these funds in order to buy this property. And it was, it was probably 9 o'clock in the morning till about 5 minutes to 5 that day. I even told a solicitor who was going home for his buyer, not my solicitor, the buyer's solicitor, what do you mean you're going to the golf? You've got an opportunity to settle this today with your buyer, with your customer. And you've decided you just want to go to the golf and let him down and just let him wait till Monday, knowing full well that he needs to move today to get this house to move to for the chain. I'm going to make it happen in my bit, so you better make it happen. I'll give him his due. I use him today all the time because of that one thing. He stuck by it and he said, right, okay, I'm going to do it, I'm going to make it happen. And we made it happen. 5 to 5, this all settled. Keys were handed over and that was it, done and dusted. And that's what I talk about millionaire mindset. This is not about money. Everybody connotates that in their mind. As soon as they hear the word millionaire, it's a millionaire mindset. It's not about money. It's the process and the thinking in order to get the result you're after. That's really what it comes down to. And I'll talk about that more in the episodes I'm doing in the series called Millionaire Mindset. And I'll see you tomorrow at 7:30.